This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Now we see all these muscle one by one. So in this picture, you see here adductor muscles between the pubic bone and femur, medial side of the thigh. These all are the adductor muscles. You see here, usually these adductor muscles are arranged as a layers. Okay, as a 3 layers. You can see all the adductor muscles here. I told you, pectineus, this one, adductor brevis, adductor longus, adductor magnus. This is the obturator externus, and this one is the in the second picture gracilis. So these are the muscles of the medial compartment of the thigh. Now in this picture you see the first muscle. So yellow color arrow is showing the muscle. This one is the pectineus. So these are the details about the pectineus: origin, insertion, narrow supply, and action. These are the details of the pectineus. This is the one muscle. And the second muscle, adductor longus. Whatever you see here in this picture, this is the adductor longus. So in this context, I want to tell you one thing. So all adductor muscles, whatever you studied, all adductor muscles, they take origin from pubic bone. That means pubic part of the hip bone. All adductor muscles, they take origin from the pubic part of the hip bone, and these are inserted to the parts of the femur. These are inserted to the parts of the femur. So this is about the adductor muscles. The second muscle is the adductor longus. Here you see, this is the origin, insertion, narrow supply, and action of the adductor longus. This one. Now we come to the third muscle. This one is the gracilis. Whatever you see, this one is the gracilis. So this arrow is showing here origin of the gracilis and insertion, narrow supply, action. And next muscle, fourth muscle is the adductor brevis. This one is the adductor brevis. So here you see arrow is showing the origin of the adductor brevis, insertion to the femur. And another muscle, this is the adductor magnus, very big muscle. Here you see the whatever you see, this is the big muscle. And this arrow is also showing the origin of the adductor magnus, origin of the adductor magnus. And these are the details about the adductor magnus, parts, origin, and insertion. And obturator externus, you see here, same origin from the pubic bone, margins of the obturator foramen. And here also we can see the course, and this is the insertion of the obturator externus. So we have seen the 6 muscles of the adductor compartment or medial compartment of thigh. So can you name the 6 muscles once? Are you listening? Yes. Can you name the 6 muscles? First muscle?
Adductor longus, adductor longus,
brevis,
adductor brevis, adductor magnus, pectineus, gracilis, and abductor externus.
So regarding all these things, I want to clarify some points. You listen. So pectineus and adductor magnus. So pectineus and adductor magnus, those 2 muscles in this picture, first picture you see here, this is the pectineus and this one is the adductor magnus. So these 2 muscles are called hybrid muscles. So you know the meaning of the hybrid muscles or composite muscle. So what is the meaning of hybrid muscle? You studied in the upper limb?
Two nerves supplied with
very good. Dual narrow supply. So this pectineus and adductor magnus, they have dual narrow supply. That's why these 2 muscles called hybrid muscles. First thing, clarify. Okay, that thing. And next we come to the other muscles. That one is the obturator externus. Can you see the obturator externus in the first picture? You see, I'm showing the arrow. With the arrow, I'm showing with the arrow. This is the obturator externus. If you see the course of the obturator externus, it passes below the neck of femur. What is the course? It passes below the neck of femur. This is the course of the obturator externus. This thing also I want to clarify one thing. And next thing, here you see in this picture only, you see the adductor muscles. These all are inserted to the femur. You see the order from above downwards. These are inserted to the femur, and near the insertion, these all muscles are affected by the foraminae. Can you observe the small foraminae here? Out of all these foramen, very big foramen is present in the lower part, just above the medial condyle. That means adductor tubercle of the medial condyle. And this big foramen is affecting the adductor magnus. This is called hiatus of the adductor magnus. This one is the hiatus of the adductor magnus. Usually through this hiatus, femoral artery and femoral vein both are passing. So in that way, they leave the front of the thigh and they enter the back of the knee joint. That means popliteal fossa. This point also you have to observe. So, which foramen? What foramen you can observe in the adductor magnus muscle near the insertion? Can you hear me?
Hiatus of the adductor magnus.
Adductor magnus. Totally, usually here 5 small foraminae are there. 5th one is the big, that is the hiatus of adductor magnus. That also you observe one thing. Clear? So this is about all these muscles. Out of all these muscles, adductor magnus is very, very important. That is the short notes question. Usually you have to read details about the adductor magnus. That we see. So in this picture, you see the origin of the adductor magnus, insertion, parts, and narrow supply, because this is the hybrid muscle, dual narrow supply. Already I told you, usually adductor muscles or medial compartment muscles take origin from the which part of the hip bone? Which part of the hip bone?
Pubic part.
Pubic part of the hip bone. Here you see, in the anterior aspect of the pubic bone, here we can see the red color lines. These lines are indicates the origin of adductor muscles. But here we study in detail about the adductor magnus. This is the short notes question. Very, very important. In the picture, is the adductor magnus is affected by the hiatus, big foramen. You see, between the tendon of the magnus and the shaft of the femur, in between them is the big foramen. This is the adductor hiatus or hiatus of adductor magnus. So it takes origin from the pubic bone as well as ischial tuberosity. You see origin here. So origin pubic part and ischial part. So pubic part from the pubic ramus and ischial part from the ischial tuberosity. So it has the 2 part, pubic part and ischial part. And pubic part is inserted to the medial lip of gluteal tuberosity, and medial supracondylar line. And ischial part is inserted to the adductor tubercle of femur. So insertion is linear. So here gluteal tuberosity behind this muscle, and medial supracondylar line, this one, and below the hiatus of the adductor magnus, here whatever you see, this part of insertion is called ischial part. This is inserted to the adductor tubercle. Now narrow supply. Pubic part is supplied by obturator nerve. Ischial part is supplied by sciatic nerve. Then adduction of the thigh and extension of the thigh. This is about the adductor magnus. So adductor magnus. What are the 2 parts of the adductor magnus? What are the 2 parts of the adductor magnus? Pubic part and ischial part. Simple. Pubic part from the pubic part of the hip bone. Pubic part takes origin from the pubic part of the hip bone. Ischial part takes origin from the ischial tuberosity. That's enough. Insertion is a linear or insertion. So gluteal tuberosity, medial supracondylar line, adductor tubercle. This is the insertion. Then dual narrow supply. Already I told you, this is the hybrid muscle, one of the hybrid muscles. So dual narrow supply, obturator nerve and sciatic nerve. That is the dual narrow supply. And actions, This muscle is present in the adductor compartment as usual. So adduction of the hip joint, and also it belongs to extensor compartment of the thigh. So action is the extensor of the thigh. So adduction of the thigh and also extension of the thigh. This is about the adductor magnus. So we completed the muscles of the medial compartment of the thigh. So once again, name the three muscles. What are the three muscles? What are the muscles of the adductor compartment? 6 muscles. Pectineus,
Yes, gracilis.
adductor longus, brevis, magnus, obturator externus. Obturator externus. So these are the muscles. Now we come to the narrow supply of the medial compartment of thigh. So all muscles in the medial compartment of thigh, these all are supplied by the only one nerve, that is the obturator nerve. So the nerve of the medial compartment of thigh is the obturator nerve. So like the femoral nerve. So femoral nerve is the nerve of the front of the thigh. So femoral nerve is the nerve of the front of the thigh. Obturator nerve is the nerve of the medial compartment of the thigh. So in this picture, we can see the origin of the obturator nerve. So what is the origin of the obturator nerve in this picture? This yellow color you see here. So not yellow, green color. So it takes origin from the lumbar plexus. It takes origin from the lumbar plexus as femoral nerve. So whatever you see here, yellow color, this is the origin of the femoral nerve. Green color, origin of the obturator nerve. What is the common observation here? What is the common point we can observe here? Obturator and femoral nerve origins.
L2, L3,
They both are from
L2, L4.
Very good. So
L2,
both
L3,
have,
and L4.
yes, very good.
Same
Both
origin.
have common origin. L2, L3, L4. So both have common origin. L2, L3, L4 from lumbar plexus. So I'm talking about the yellow color femoral nerve. This green color obturator nerve. So femoral nerve is the nerve of the front of the thigh. Obturator nerve is the nerve of the medial compartment of the thigh. Just now we studied the muscles of the medial compartment of the thigh. So now we study the details of the obturator nerve. So you know the origin from the lumbar plexus, L2, L3 and L4 lumbar plexus, that is the origin. And next in this picture we can see the course. In this picture we can see the course. So in this picture you see with the arrow I'm showing the obturator nerve. So it passes along the lateral pelvic wall. It passes along the lateral pelvic wall, then enters the obturator canal. Through the obturator canal, finally it reaches the medial compartment of thigh. So in the second picture, we can see here, this obturator nerve is present in between the muscles of the medial compartment of thigh. You see here, we can see the course of the obturator nerve between the medial compartment of the muscles of thigh. So course along the lateral pelvic wall, first point. Second point, within the obturator canal. Third, in between the muscles of the medial compartment of thigh. So this is the course, only 3 points. So in this point, a second point I told you, passing through the obturator canal. So obturator canal, this is the small tunnel which communicates the pelvic cavity with the medial compartment of the thigh, usually through which obturator nerve and obturator vessels. So neurovascular bundle is passing. Obturator nerve and obturator vessels are passing. So this is the course. So lateral pelvic wall, obturator canal between the muscles of medial compartment of thigh. This is the course of the obturator nerve. And next we come to the branches of the obturator nerve. So obturator nerve trunk is present within the pelvic cavity. Then immediately it divides into anterior and posterior divisions within the medial compartment of the thigh. So these two divisions are supplying the muscles of medial compartment of thigh. So anterior division is supplying the pectineus, adductor longus and gracilis. And the posterior division is supplying the obturator externus, adductor magnus. So this is the narrow supply of the medial compartment of the thigh. So anterior and posterior division. So between these two, usually one muscle is present. That muscle is called adductor brevis. So Superficial to the adductor brevis, anterior division is present. Deep to the adductor brevis, posterior division is present. So this is about the obturator nerve. So if you see the muscles of the medial compartment of thigh, here we can see the nerve supply of muscles of medial compartment of thigh. Then here one muscle is missed. What is that missed muscle? In this slide, one muscle is missed. What is that muscle? Very good. So that muscle is the adductor brevis. So adductor brevis. So in this slide, I have shown this muscle in between the anterior division, posterior division, because anterior division is present in front of the adductor brevis. Posterior division is present behind the adductor brevis. So in between them, adductor brevis is present. That is the one point as for relation. Then as for nerve supply, this adductor brevis either supplied by anterior division or posterior division. This may vary to subject to subject. That means to person this may vary. In some persons, this brevis may be supplied by anterior division. In some person, this brevis may be supplied by posterior division. That's why this adductor brevis either supplied by anterior division or posterior division. That's why I have shown in the middle. So this is about the obturator nerve. Is it clear? That's enough. So what is the root value of obturator nerve?
L2, L3, L4.
L2, L4, like the femoral nerve. Then, can you explain the course of the obturator nerve? 3 points.
Lateral to pelvic wall.
Lateral pelvic wall.
Medial
Then
compartment of thigh.
compartment of thigh. So divides into two divisions. Anterior division passes in front of which muscle? Posterior and posterior division behind the adductor. What are the branches of the anterior division? Muscular branches. Branch 2.
Pectineus, and gracilis.
Posterior division branches. Obturator.
Abductor.
Very good. Then what is the narrow supply of the adductor brevis? It is supplied by either
Anterior
division
Or posterior.
any one of it. Okay. So we can compare this obturator nerve with the obturator nerve with the femoral nerve. Same. For femoral nerve, obturator nerve, you see the similar points. Common origin, common root value. Okay. And branches also same. Anterior division, posterior division. Like that, we can compare this obturator nerve with the femoral nerve. Okay. Now we move to the next topic. Adductor canal. This is a very, very important question. Clinical also very, very important in clinical side. And 5 marks question. Very, very important from the lower limb. So very simple topic. Adductor canal. Why it is called adductor canal? First question. Can you guess?
Present compartment.
Present in adductor compartment.
Very good. So boundaries are formed by muscles of adductor compartment. The boundaries for this canal are formed by boundaries of muscles of adductor compartment and also present in the adductor compartment. That's why this is called adductor canal. Then this adductor canal is also called Hunter's canal. This is also called Hunter's canal. So in this picture, can you see the triangular cross section? Triangular canal. Can you see here? This is the adductor canal. So present between the muscles of the medial compartment of thigh. So here green color you can see, light green color. Okay. So this is the adductor canal. Now in this picture and this simple picture and explain the location, extent, boundaries and contents. So we can study all these points in this single picture, in this single slide. You see here in this slide, first this is the adductor canal. This is also called, what name is given? Hunter's canal. This is also called Hunter's canal. The location of adductor canal, here you see the dotted lines. So it is present in the middle 1/3 of medial compartment of thigh. What is the location of adductor canal? Can you repeat?
Middle 1/3 of medial compartment of.
Very good. So you say precisely middle 1/3 of medial compartment of thigh. That's enough. This is the location of the adductor canal. You can see the dotted line here box, that thing. And next we come to the extent of the adductor canal. It extends from the apex of the femoral trunk and extends up to hiatus of adductor magnus. Hiatus of adductor magnus. So it extends in between femoral triangle and hiatus of adductor magnus. So which part of the femoral triangle? Which part of the femoral triangle? Apex of the femoral triangle. What is the hiatus of adductor magnus? Where do you see? Where do you see the hiatus of adductor magnus?
Above medial
And its insertion.
This is interrupting the, or this is the deficit of tendon of adductor magnus just above the adductor tubercle or medial condyle of the femur. Medial epicondyle of femur. So this is the extent from femoral triangle to hiatus of adductor magnus. This is the extent of the adductor canal. Now if you see the cross section of the adductor canal, you see the second picture, you see the cross section of the adductor canal. So it is triangular in appearance. In the cross section, adductor canal is the triangular in appearance. Now we see the boundaries in the adductor canal. So if you see the boundaries of adductor canal here, that is labeled here, you see boundaries of the adductor canal in the beginning. So medially it is bounded by sartorius muscle. Posteriorly it is bounded by adductor longus and magnus. And anterolaterally it is bounded by vastus medialis. So these are the boundaries. Simply you can say medial, posterior and anterior. So three boundaries. So in the cross section you can see the muscles clearly. Okay, wherever you see here vastus medialis towards the femur, that is the medial boundary of adductor canal. Not medial boundary. This one is the anterior boundary of adductor canal. So vastus medialis, that forms the anterior boundary. And here you see the posterior boundary, that is formed by the adductor longus and adductor magnus also. Then medially it is bounded by, this is also called roof of the adductor canal, is formed by sartorius. Mainly this is formed by the fibrous tissue below the sartorius. Here you see the green color line, that is the fibrous tissue. So between the sartorius and fibrous tissue, whatever you see connection, dotted connection, those are called subsartorial plexus. So this is about the boundaries of adductor canal. So anteriorly vastus medialis, posteriorly adductor longus and magnus, and medially sartorius with the fibrous tissue. So these are the boundaries of the adductor canal. Now contents of the adductor canal, in another side we can see the contents of adductor canal. Same, the main contents: femoral vessels, femoral artery, femoral vein. These are the main contents of the adductor canal. So these are accompanied by saphenous nerve. This is the branch of the femoral nerve. And narrow to vastus medialis, this is also branch of the femoral nerve. So in this picture we can see the contents, cross sections of the contents: femoral artery, femoral vein, saphenous nerve, and narrow to vastus medialis. So these are the contents of the adductor canal. Is it clear? So this is a very, very important 5 marks question from the lower limb. Very, very important. Adductor canal. What is another name for adductor canal?
Hunter's canal.
Because this was invented by the hunters. So Hunter's canal. Then what is the location of the adductor canal?
Middle 1/3 of medial compartment of.
Middle compartment of medial compartment of thigh. Middle 1/3 medial compartment. Then boundaries. So anteriorly it is bounded by what is this muscle? Anterolaterally or anteriorly bounded by vastus
Medialis.
Vastus medius.
Posteriorly bounded by what are two muscles?
Adductor longus.
Longus and
Longus
adductor.
and adductor.
Then next one, medially or roof is formed by which muscle? Sartorius and
Sartorius.
fibrous.
Subsartorial
Then what are
plexus.
the, okay, very good. What are the four contents of the adductor canal? Femoral,
Femoral artery, femoral vein,
Vastus, femoral vein.
saphenous nerve, nerve to vastus medialis. These are the contents. So femoral artery is coming from the femoral triangle. Femoral vein also continues into the femoral triangle. Saphenous nerve and nerve to vastus medialis. These two are branches of posterior division of femoral nerve. They enter the adductor canal. Okay, that's enough. So what is the clinical importance of adductor canal? If you see here, adductor canal, this roof or medial wall is formed by simply one muscle and fibrous tissue. That means it is superficially present in the thigh region. So if you want to ligate the femoral nerve and vessels during the surgeries, surgeons they approach the Hunter's canal through the roof. Easily they can approach the Hunter canal through the roof, and they ligate the femoral nerve and vessels during the surgeries of lower limb below the knee joint. If they want to do the major surgeries below the knee joint, they should ligate the femoral nerve and vessels to arrest the blood bleeding. So in that conditions, surgeons they approach the femoral nerve and vessels through the roof of the Hunter's canal or medial wall of the Hunter's canal. Here it is superficially present, very close to the skin, and they approach and they ligate these nerve and vessel, these femoral artery and vein within the Hunter's canal. So this is about the importance of the Hunter's canal. Okay. Then next we come to the last topic. I can complete within 5 minutes. That is the femoral artery. This one. So in this picture we can see abdominal aorta, common iliac artery, internal iliac artery, external iliac artery. Then femoral, it continues as femoral artery. Is it clear? That's enough. So in the same picture, flow chart also we can see here. That's one. So if you see this picture, you see the first two origin or beginning of the femoral artery. So femoral artery is the continuation of which artery?
External iliac.
External iliac.
Oh, say loudly. External iliac artery. Very good. Very good. So femoral artery is the continuation of external iliac artery. Okay, at the level of inguinal ligament or deep to the inguinal ligament. So above the inguinal ligament, external iliac artery. Below the inguinal ligament, femoral artery. Because inguinal ligament is the boundary in between the pelvic cavity and thigh. So this is also forming the base of the femoral triangle. So it is the continuation of the external iliac artery at the by deep to the inguinal ligament, then enters the femoral triangle. After the femoral triangle, it enters the adductor canal. Just now only I told you femoral artery is the content of adductor canal. Then after that adductor canal, it leaves the adductor canal by passing through the hiatus of adductor magnus and enter the popliteal fossa. So within the popliteal fossa, it terminates into two branches. So in this flow chart, we can see. So femoral artery is the continuation of external iliac artery. Then it enters the popliteal fossa by passing through the hiatus of adductor magnus. So within the popliteal fossa, it divides into two branches, anterior tibial and posterior tibial. That means if you see the extent of the femoral artery, it extends from inguinal ligament to hiatus of adductor magnus. In its route, it is passing through femoral triangle and adductor canal. That's enough. Okay. So this is the extent of the femoral artery. Now we come to the relations of the femoral artery, main relation within the femoral triangle. What are the relations in the femoral triangle? So anteriorly bounded by, or anteriorly it is related to roof of the femoral triangle. posteriorly related to floor of the femoral triangle. Medially it is related to femoral vein, and laterally it is related to femoral nerve. So these are the major relations of the femoral artery. So what are the anti-relations of femoral artery?
Roof of femoral triangle.
Roof of femoral triangle. Can you name the structures forming the roof of the femoral triangle? Can you name the structures forming the femoral triangle? Roof from
In
fascia, okay. Then what structures or what muscles are forming the floor of the femoral triangle? You can see here one muscle here. Pectineus, iliacus, major,
adductor longus.
longus. So these are the floor muscle forming the posterior relations. Then this femoral artery medially related to which vein?
Femoral
Which vein?
Femoral vein.
And laterally related to which nerve?
Femoral.
What is this nerve?
Femoral nerve.
Femoral nerve. These are the relations within the femoral triangle. And after that, this femoral artery enters the adductor canal. Within the adductor canal, it is related to the boundaries of the adductor canal and also contents of the adductor canal. What are the contents of adductor canal? Femoral vein, substance vein, and medial nerve to medial vastus medialis. Okay, so this is about the relations of the femoral artery. Now we come to the branches of the femoral artery. So in this picture, we can see the so many branches of the femoral artery. So number of branches of the femoral artery. So we study these branches in the flow chart. So these all are the branches of femoral artery. We see the branches in the flow chart. So this is the simple picture. Okay, simply clarify the all the branches of the femoral artery. You can see here nicely explained. Okay, so branches in the femoral triangle, branches in the adductor canal. So two types of branches: branches in the femoral triangle and branches in the adductor canal. So in the femoral triangle, branches are two types: superficial and deep branches. Superficial and deep branches. In the adductor canal, branches are two types: muscular branches and one branch that is the supplying to the knee joint. That one is called descending genicular artery. Now, what are the superficial branches in the femoral triangle? These are three in number. Those three: superficial epigastric, superficial circumflex iliac, superficial external pudendal. These are the three superficial branches. And the three deep branches are profunda femoris, deep external pudendal, and muscular branches. So these are the branches of femoral artery within the femoral triangle. So totally, how many branches are arising in the femoral triangle? How many branches are arising in the femoral triangle from femoral artery? How many? 3 superficial, 3 deep. How many totally? 6 branches.
6.
So totally, these 6 branches are arising within the femoral triangle. Totally 6 branches. 3 superficial, 3 deep. Name the 3 superficial branches. First one:
Superficial epigastric.
epigastric, superficial circumflex iliac,
Yeah.
superficial external pudendal, profunda femoris, deep external pudendal, and muscular branches. Totally 6 branches within the femoral triangle. Now you see the out of 6 branches, the main branch and big branch, that is the profunda femoris. Very, very important. What is the main branch in the femoral triangle? What is the main branch in the femoral triangle? Profunda femoris. So later, this profunda femoris branch, later it divides into 6 branches. These you'll study in the back of the thigh. So these branches you can study in the back of the thigh. So profunda femoris, later it divides into 6 branches: 2 circumflex femoral and 4 perforating, totally 6 branches. So out of these 6, the main artery is the profunda femoris. Usually this profunda femoris is also called artery of the thigh. That means the branches of profunda femoris are supplying the 3 compartments of the thigh: anterior compartment, medial compartment, and posterior compartment. So this is about the 6 branches of femoral artery within the femoral triangle. Okay. Now branches of femoral artery in the adductor canal. In adductor canal, two types of branches: unnamed muscular branches supplying the muscles, and one is the descending genicular artery. This contributes in the genicular anastomosis and supplying to knee joint. So in the adductor canal, only simple branches, muscular branches, unnamed muscular branches. Another one is the descending genicular arteries. Totally, these are branches of femoral artery. Okay, so this is about the femoral artery. This is the one of the 5 marks question or essay question in the lower limb. So femoral artery. So if you see the femoral artery once again, so femoral artery, what is the extent of femoral artery? What is the extent of femoral artery? From where to where it extends? It extends from the inguinal ligament to hiatus of adductor magnus. That is the extent. So it passes in the two regions. Femoral artery, it passes in the two parts. In upper part, femoral triangle. Lower part, adductor canal. In lower part, adductor canal. Very good. So what are the relations of femoral artery? Anteriorly, roof of femoral triangle. Posteriorly, base of or floor of femoral triangle, not base, floor of femoral triangle. Medially, femoral vein. Laterally, femoral nerve. Femoral nerve. Within the adductor canal, related to the contents of the adductor canal. Contents of the adductor canal. So, what are the two types of the branches? Femoral artery, branches in the femoral triangle, branches in the adductor canal. What are the two types of branches in the femoral triangle? 3 superficial, 3 deep. 3 superficial, 3 deep. So name the 3 branches, 3 deep branches. Profunda femoris,
Deep muscular.
external pudendal, muscular branches. So what is the main artery in the femoral triangle?
Profunda femoris.
Profunda femoris, very good. This is the main artery of the femoral triangle. Then within the adductor canal, what are the 2 branches?
Unnamed muscular.
Unnamed muscular branches, descending genicular artery. So this is about the femoral triangle and also medial compartment of the thigh. So what we have seen today we completed the medial compartment of thigh. In medial compartment of thigh, I explained the one muscle. What is that muscle?
Adductor longus.
Adductor magnus. I told you. Adductor magnus, important muscle. What are the 2 parts of adductor magnus?
Pubic part and
Ischial part.
So dual nerve supply. It is supplied by the obturator nerve and also sciatic nerve. So hybrid muscle. What is another hybrid muscle here in the medial compartment?
pectineus.
So this one is the adductor magnus. Then we have seen the obturator nerve, origin, course, and branches. So origin, course, similar to the femoral nerve, same origin, same course. Branches also similar. So obturator nerve, what are the 2 branches?
Anterior.
Supplying to all the muscles of medial compartment of thigh. What is the nerve supply of the adductor brevis?
Either by anterior division
or posterior division, any one of it. So person to person, this nerve supply vary. This anterior brevis nerve supply is vary. Okay. So this one is the adductor canal. Then you know the boundaries of the adductor canal. Boundaries of the adductor canal, location, extent, boundaries of the adductor canal. What are the contents of the adductor canal?
Femoral vessel.
Femoral artery, What is the clinical importance of adductor canal? Ligation of blood vessels.
Below surgeries.
During surgeries, we can ligate the femoral vessels in the adductor canal. That is easily accessible. Okay. Then we have seen the femoral artery and its branches. So branches in the femoral triangle, branches in the adductor canal. Okay, two types of branches. Sometimes femoral artery, they may ask as a essay question also. That may be surprise for you, essay question, or otherwise 5 marks question. Okay, that's it. So this is about the today class. So any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts? So